Hello, this is NONYASISCHAT, and this is a skit review / reaction to Tamera confronting Wayne because Wayne actually did cut her allowance, her severance pay allowance, to $15,000 per month, reducing it from $30,000. Now keep in mind, Wayne told her, I'm going to pay you $30,000 a month for 3 months, and then I'm going to cut it to $15,000 for 3 months. This is when they broke up. Now, Tamera was a transactional relationship with Wayne. Her dad explained it to her very clearly what Wayne had done and the ramifications of what happens in these kinds of relationships. It's kind of like an at-will employment, if you really think about it. So, all week, all month, we've seen Amber trying to tell Tamera, take the high road and leave Wayne alone. This is the way Wayne is. So basically, you want to keep dealing with this? Okay, but this is what's going to happen if you do. Take the high road. And then we have Shayla on the other side, constantly putting a battery on Tamera's back. You got to fight for it, Tamera. We're going in tomorrow, and we're gonna lay low in the snake pit, and then we're gonna pounce. Then we get aggressive whenever Lauren and Delicia say something. Now, we got these two black and white scenarios playing in Tamera's head. Tamera's a middle grounder. And she always seems to pick the darker side. So, this is not to blame Shayla. This is not on Amber. This belongs to Tamera. Tamera made this decision, and now she's going to have to stand on it. And I love to say, good girls like bad boys. Not all, but quite often. So Tamera decides she goes marching in hot. As Nancy B says, 38 hot, up to Wayne this morning, because Wayne actually did cut her money. Tamera decides she's going to give him a piece of her mind because he had no right to do this. This was the agreement, Tamera. He could have cut you off with nothing and just kicked you to the curb like he does most females. But because he made it transactional, he lied to you. He told you you were a queen. You didn't have to cook. You could sleep all day. You could do whatever you wanted, and that you were going to be his wife. Grandma told you to run. His ex-wife told you to run. Everybody told you to run, but you stayed. Kudos to you. You even got to drive the G-Wagon. So Tamera's there, and she's in Wayne's face, and she's literally checking Wayne about Wayne's pockets and how much he has cut her monthly allowance. That was the deal, Tamera. You think you're going to march in here and tell Wayne, this grown man who made this money, this is Wayne's money. This is not your money. You're not his girlfriend anymore. She picks the darker side. And what does she do? She ends up looking very, very foolish because she wanted to basically, I think, match Wayne's petty. She thought she could. But Wayne, rightfully so, put her in her place and told her, I didn't have to give you anything, Tamera. You're barging in here telling me what I did and why I did it. Because at this point, Lauren's walking up, and Tamera's saying, "It's all her fault. You did it because of Lauren." Mm-hmm. No, Tamera. He made this deal or cut the deal off on his own 3 months ago when he told you he was about the game. He's about that life. You were upset because you guys broke up, but you said, okay, I'll take the $30,000 a month payments, and then you're going to cut it down to 15 for 3 more months. And then after that, basically it's over. But here she comes in Wayne's pockets. You're not his girlfriend anymore, Tamera. Your past relationship at this point. But we do see that Wayne had yearning for Tamera, or appeared to, and so did Tamera. But Wayne now is messing around with Lauren, Dan's woman. Dan, where are you? In the bushes? Come on out, Dan. Come get your girl. So anyway, Tamera's, just going off, and is she the reason you did this? Tamera's making herself look really, really foolish. This is a reaction to this skit. Tamera, you're not thinking. You've gone from a nice, regular, go-getter to being petty, unreasonable, entitled, and just way off your game. Because Tamera, you don't look like the same person. You're changing. You've shedded that skin that you were born in. And it looks like your baby snake skin is growing. You and Shayla last night said, yeah, this is a snake pit. And I do call it a snake pit with these women. Yeah, that's what it is. And Tamera, you're falling deeper into the snake pit. Now you're over there trying to tell Wayne what to do with his money that he's actually just giving to you for no reason, just because he wanted to. The goodness of his heart, probably. It sure is the goodness of his pockets. You're not his girlfriend anymore, Tamera. You need to step back, get yourself under control. Where's your integrity? Where's your dignity, Tamera? I can't stand on you with this one. Because wherever this energy comes from, it's not a good look, honey. Wayne proceeds to say, hey, like I told you, you wouldn't cook. And Wayne knows that's not the reason that he did this. We know the reason he broke up with Tamera because he thought Amber was free again. And he had Tamera out of his house in 20 minutes and offered her this deal. And she said, okay. And she stormed out. And she's mad at Amber. Amber's got a whole new boyfriend. She's not thinking about Wayne. But Tamera, your dad told you just who Wayne was, who you're dealing with, and what your relationship was. But you don't believe your dad. You want to go on the dark side. You want to tiptoe on the dark side. Well, you got your feelings hurt this morning. Play it off as much as you want. And then Lauren comes up gleefully watching Wayne read you. Basically the riot act. Get out of my pockets, Tamera. I didn't have to do this. And then he throws in, you wouldn't cook, which is nonsense because we know he told her she didn't have to cook. So Tamera, sorry, honey, you don't win this one. Auntie can't back you on this one because you're all in that man's pockets and that is not your money. You should be thankful, to be honest. that he even offered you that, because he didn't want you in the first place. He wanted Delicia, which is why he made you a transaction. He paraded you around. He used you. Look at it that way. He paid you for services rendered. Now your service is no longer required, Tamera. Sorry. My reaction to this video, that's how I see it. It is what it is. Better luck next time, Tamera. Go back to being yourself. Be the person that you were. Be Honeypot. You notice he doesn't call her Honeypot anymore either. He calls her Tamera. But that's neither here nor there. So Tamera, gather your dignity, straighten your crown, try again. If you're not going to listen to Amber telling you, leave Wayne alone because that's who he is, you're going to let somebody put a battery on your back and charge you up. But again, it's not Shayla's fault. It's Tamera's fault for making a bad judgment call. Auntie can't ride with you, Tamera, on this one. Sorry, baby girl, you got to own this. So you might want to apologize to Wayne later, or not. But you have a job at the podcast. You're going to make a lot of money, but you're steadily in this man's face. Is Wayne going to like this approach of Tamera challenging him? Maybe. Maybe not. But you're in his pockets and you need to get out. That's not your place. Bad deal. Deal gone wrong. Transactional relationship. Maybe you won't do that again, Tamera. Not a good move. Not a good look on you, Tamera. Anyway, this is HOST-NONYASISCHAT. Please like, share, and subscribe. And do leave a comment or a heart or whatever in the comment section. I'll talk to you on the next skit review. Good luck, Tamera. And hope he doesn't cut off that $15,000 that he promised you and he delivered on. Close your mouth and go home. This is Nonya. I'll talk to you later.